The latest news from Neuralink, Elon Musk's brain implant startup, has revealed the results of its first human patient. The most exclusive medical experiment of the 21st century has been begun by Neuralink, bringing science fiction into a real society with a cyborg revolution. So, what happens next? Join our video to discover everything you need to know about this experiment. Welcome back to BossTech, the place where we shape our lives with technology. Let's take a look at one of the latest tech innovations that could reshape the human future. Before moving on, there is a reminder. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any newly uploaded videos. Let's get started. Overview. Elon Musk's Neuralink performed the first robotic brain surgery on a human on Sunday, January 28, 2024. A very small battery-powered computer device was nestled inside the patient's skull after 64 wires, each containing 16 microscopic electrode sensors, were implanted directly into the patient's cerebral cortex. The incision was then sealed, and the N1 chip was turned on inside a live person for the first time. Elon Musk has verified that the patient passed through the procedure unharmed. Elon also mentioned that the Neuralink device has already demonstrated promising neuron spike detection. Neuralink looked like an impossible technological dream since the idea of it was first presented 8 years ago, but in 2024, it is real and functional. So what happens next? Telepathy. Elon Musk, however, claims that telepathy will be the first Neuralink product put to the test. Through Neuralink's telepathy, users will be able to operate computers and smartphones with just their thoughts. As a result, Neuralink patients will also be able to use telepathy to control any external device that is linked to their computer or smartphone. Therefore, telepathy should theoretically enable its users to control almost anything. However, it is crucial to understand at this point that Neuralink has not just produced a superhuman, but instead, to aid people who have extreme weakness in their bodies. Neuralink's initial function involves telepathic typing and cursor control. The Neuralink allows a person to write messages, open apps, browse the web, and even play video games by simply thinking about how the cursor moves on a computer screen. Furthermore, as Elon stated, anyone who can use a smartphone can also operate any other smart device that is connected to it. Therefore, a patient may adjust their temperature, turn off the lights, open the curtains, lock their doors, and operate any other internet-enabled equipment using Neuralink telepathy without moving or speaking. However, Elon Musk has other plans for Neuralink's initial human testing, blind sight. Elon also teased that Neuralink is developing a second application that would join telepathy. This is called blind sight. In recent months, Elon has shown an astonishing level of confidence over the possibility of helping blind people see again. The concept here is that digital vision from a camera might be immediately projected into the brain via the N1 implant. Even though this one seems a bit impossible, it is theoretically feasible. So, with telepathy, the Neuralink device is being used exclusively as a transmitter. The implanted wires are receiving neural activation signals from the cerebral cortex. The N1 chip then translates these impulses into computer language, which is subsequently transmitted over Bluetooth to a nearby computer or device. If this is feasible, it makes sense that you could reverse the procedure and use Bluetooth to get digital data from a device to the N1 implant, which would subsequently turn the digital signal into neuron activations. To accomplish this, the implant would send electrical pulses through the tiny wires into the brain tissue to stimulate the neuron response. The precise patterns of neuron activation should be interpreted by the brain as visual input, if those cables were inserted straight into the visual cortex region of the brain. So, even someone who has never had vision would be able to picture their surroundings. Even while this won't be close to having true vision, it will be able to produce a low-resolution black and white image. But even with the severely limited visuals, you could still produce a recognized image. Additionally, this new digital brain vision might advance over the years to become even more detailed. Brain-computer interface has arrived. Even while Neuralink continues to be the most popular topic in the current field of brain-computer interface, Elon Musk's startup is actually only a small part of a much bigger puzzle. In the years to come, this industry is expected to grow to be a multi-trillion-dollar industry, with plenty of competitors for Neuralink. For instance, Synchron, a US-based BCI startup, began its first set of human trials in 2023, implanting 10 patients with their own neuron-detecting electrodes. This company seems significant because of its funding by Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates, both wealthy and influential figures similar to Elon Musk. The fact that Synchron's brain accessing technique is far less invasive than Neuralink's is one of the main reasons why human trials at Synchron are proceeding more quickly. Synchron uses a stent-based technique they refer to as a stent road. Rather than entering the brain through the skull, a stent is really just a wire that is put into a blood vessel, which is just a large vein. Yes, the same functionality that Neuralink is demonstrating with their current telepathy system is currently achievable with the Synchron BCI. But the biggest problem with Synchron is that they've already pretty much reached their full potential with the stentrode system. Although this type of device is still cool, it doesn't really offer much of an outlook for the future. It can only really be used to operate a smartphone. However, Neuralink has a long-term vision. Elon Musk has made numerous predictions about possible consequences, including the treatment of mental illness, elimination of obesity, a cure for brain disease, and the integration of artificial superintelligence with the human brain. Clearly, there is no proof that Neuralink is truly capable of performing any of those tasks. We can, however, examine a different BCI technique that approaches Neuralink as closely as possible. That's BlackRock Neurotech. BlackRock has been working in BCI technology for a considerable amount of years. They conducted their first human testing about 2 decades ago. BlackRock Neurotech pioneered invasive BCI, similar to Neuralink, which requires access to the brain's surface via the skull. Even with their relatively primitive approach, BlackRock has already demonstrated telepathic control over a computer many years ago. They've even made it possible for people to operate robotic arms with just their minds. They even allowed a man who lost the use of his legs in a traffic accident to walk again on his own. Finally, it will therefore take a very long time for Neuralink to surpass BlackRock's impressive list of successes, even though their technological approach may be a little outdated by today's standards. However, Neuralink is only getting started. There will be some incredible discoveries this year that will change our perception of what the human brain is capable of.